The other thing that I'm going to be doing when I fire up the furnace to start melting down the aluminium for the parts that I need to cast up for the gun, I'm going to be introducing a new series of videos that I'm going to be calling Metal Marvels. The idea that I've had in mind for quite a while is to take a premium quality character and break it up in a small scale way, very similar to the way I did the Terminator, and cast the pieces in aluminium so that I come up with a really truly original one-of-a-kind type piece. But being that it's quite risky to sort of take a premium character that might be worth a couple of $100 and chopping it up on the hope that I'll be able to come up with a result. And as luck would have it, my wife did a trip to China recently and she was able to find a collection of characters that are really quite good quality for the price. These ones are based on the Avengers characters, but contrary to what you can see there in the packaging, they're actually based more on the comic book characters. You can see there's a picture there that actually shows you what the actual character looks like. There's a better example of it just there. And whilst they're not very sort of big in scale, they are quite nice in terms of the actual quality of them in themselves. The one that I'm going to be starting with first is the Hulk character. And what I particularly like about these is that they're all made in a very similar way in that they're not pre-assembled. They come as individual parts within the packaging that you sort of take out of their blister packs and then assemble into its fixed pose. The quality of it is actually really quite nice. The details aren't too bad at all. And for what I've got in mind, the fact that these parts are already separated means that I can start working out seam lines that tie in with the same sort of concept as what I did when I worked out the Terminator parts. There's still an awful lot of detail that I've got to try and pick up, especially when it comes to the facial details and the things like the fingers and things like that as well. And depending on the complexity of each individual piece, I may even have to cut it up further. That's him just loosely put together. I don't really want to put them in all the way at the moment because they're actually quite hard to separate once they're all put together. And I do need to do quite a bit of modification in terms of getting these to fit properly, as opposed to what it will be once it's done in metal. But depending on the success I have with this first one, hopefully that will lead into a complete series of videos that I'll be doing on all the different characters. But I don't necessarily even want to maintain the same pose that they're in. I may want to sort of chop them up and reposition them into what I think is a more dynamic sort of look, so that each one of them remains more of a one-of-a-kind type piece anyway. So anyway guys, that's the plan for now, so you'll have to keep an eye out for the new series coming out. Thanks for watching, talk to you next time.